Hello students, I hope you all are doing good. So dear children, today in this video session we shall be continuing with the chapter respiration in organisms. So as you all know that we are doing this chapter, and then today we shall be discussing some new topics of the same chapter. Okay, today date is 12th of November. Alright, so before we get into the depth of all the topics which we are going to discuss, let us look the learning outcome which we which you would get at the end of this session. So at the end of this session you would able to identify the different structures which are associated with the function of breathing in different organisms. Okay, after this session you will able to identify. And then you would able to also elaborate the process of the mechanism of breathing. Fine, the mechanism of breathing. So let's discuss the topic today. Yes, so today's topics are, we will start with what do we breathe out on confirmatory test related to this question. Then we shall be discussing mechanism of breathing once again. We will be comparing this mechanism of breathing with one model, okay, which is there in the textbook. That we will discuss a little bit. Then afterwards we will discuss the breathing in other animals, right? So till date we are discussing about the breathing in living organisms, basically the human being. So children, what do we breathe out? So we all know that we breathe out what? Carbon dioxide, isn't it? We inhale oxygen and we breathe out carbon dioxide. Now how to confirm that whether we are breathing out carbon dioxide? Because we all know that air is a mixture of gases. It could be any gas. We need the confirmation that yes, we are breathing out carbon dioxide. For that, one activity has to be done. So in that activity, what it is taken, you have to take freshly prepared lime water. Okay, and then you have to exhale air in that lime water. And after that, what you will find? It turns milky. Okay, it turns milky, and this confirms that exhaled air consists of carbon dioxide. So this is the confirmatory test. Clear? Then coming back to the next topic is mechanism of breathing. So mechanism of breathing means the way how we breathe, means what are the different parts involved, how they used to act on, how do we breathe and how do we breathe out, how do we breathe in and how do we breathe out, how the entire things occurs. Okay, that is the meaning of mechanism of breathing. Now in mechanism of breathing, I told you that that rib cage and diaphragm, they performs the vital role which is present in the respiratory organ, plus to it the lungs, the trachea, the bronchi, all the alveolus, all those things which we have done in the life class. I hope you remember that. So today let us again revise these things, okay? And yeah, I forgot to tell something, means before we move on to these topics, okay, let us recapitulate what all we have done in the previous class once. So in the previous class, we have discussed this mechanism of breathing. Yes, mechanism of breathing. Under that, we discussed inhalation, exhalation, right? And then we discussed about inhalation, exhalation, and we discussed about the different steps in breathing. Okay, means how the air enters in the nasal cavity, from there it goes to the tracheal part, and then again to the bronchi, and then goes to the air. The entire things we discussed, isn't it? So this topic is again related to that particular thing, but here we are doing one comparative study. So in the textbook, in your textbook, there is a model which is made with the help of a straw, and at the end of the straw there are two different straw, means it is bifurcated at the end, means two different tube-like structures again fixed to that straw. Okay, so it is forked into, so and at the end of that two tubes, means that the balloons are fixed. Okay, the balloons are fixed, and then that particular entire thing, the balloons, they represents the lungs. Okay, and the straw, the complete long straw, it represents the trachea, and then two other branches of that straw, okay, at the end, that represents the bronchi. Okay, now let us compare how it works. So in that activity, what you have to do is you have to take all those things, you have to fix it in a, you have to take one plastic bottle, you cut the plastic bottle in two half. The upper half you will use for the activity purpose. So at the lid also, the cap of that bottle also, you drill a hole so that the pipe, it can be inserted, means the straw can be inserted. Okay, a straw with the fixed balloon, okay, that has to be fixed inside the bottle, and then at the down of the bottle you have to fix one rubber sheet. So that rubber sheet will represent the diaphragm, alright, and the two balloons, it will represent the lungs. Now let us look how it will act, how it will work. So suppose what you have to do, if you will stretch the the rubber sheet down, okay, suppose rubber sheet down, then what will happen, you will see that the balloons, they start to blow. What happens actually, the air enters. Okay, now what has made the air to enter? The moment you pull that rubber sheet down, the space increases and the air from external, means the straw is the open end of the straw, it is it is in contact with the environment, isn't it? So the space increases. Okay, the space increases and the air is forced to get inside to that straw, and then from there it passes to the other two branches, and then which is connected to the balloon, and the balloon thereby it blows. Okay, both the balloons get inflated with the air. Okay, this is how the same thing exactly happens in the case of the respiratory system. So in respiratory system, what happens when the diaphragm, it goes down? I have already discussed, when it goes down, the rib cage shifts up and outward, then space increases, okay, and air gets inside. So same thing happens. Then in exhalation, what happened, when we push this rubber sheet inside of that bottle, then what happened, the balloons, they get collapsed because the air goes out. Okay, the air goes out as the pressure increases inside that cavity. Likewise, the same thing happened in the case of respiratory system. When the diaphragm, it moves up, okay, then what happened, the space, the cavity, the chest cavity, it decreases, and as a result the air is pushed out. Okay, so this is how these two things can be compared. The mechanism of breathing could be understood with the help of that model. I would suggest you read that paragraph in your textbook nicely. You will be able to understand that. Clear, children? Then next we will discuss, we need to know how much percentage of oxygen and carbon dioxide in inhaled air, means it present in inhaled and exhaled air. So in inhaled air, 21% of oxygen and 0.04% of carbon dioxide used to present, and in exhaled air 16.4% oxygen is present and 4.4% carbon dioxide is present, right? So next we will discuss about breathing in other animals. So this is the most important topic of the day. We will be discussing about breathing in other animals. Till so far we discussed about breathing in human beings. Now we have to discuss in other animals also. So you must have come across different types of animals. Definitely those, since they are living organisms, they must have some breathing mechanism, or they must have some structures which helps them to breathe the air. Yes. So we will start with now. First is cockroach. So cockroach, you all are very much aware. Yes. So cockroaches, how this cockroach used to breathe. So in the cockroach, they have some spores at the side of the body. Spores, some holes are there. So from those holes the air enters. Okay, but the air enters and it reaches to the trachea. Now what are these trachea? Trachea is nothing but these are tube-like structures which are connected with the spiracles. Okay, so air enters through that hole, those spiracles, and then the spiracle is in continuation with the trachea. I have drawn one drawing here. Okay, the opening, it is in continuation with the tracheal tube. So the air enters, the gaseous exchange occurs in the tracheal tubes. So tracheal tubes serve as the network. Okay, network of tubes. So opening are called, means these openings which are present in the cockroach, those are said as spiracles, and they are in continuation with the tracheal tubes for gaseous exchange. So gaseous exchange occur there. Please remember. So trachea we can get only in the insects. Now next is earthworm. So earthworm is also a very common creature, isn't it? So earthworm also, the earthworms basically it breathes with the help of its moist and slippery skin. Clear? So now next we will discuss breathing in aquatic animal. So now I am going to show you something very amazing. Okay. Now dear students, we are going to discuss breathing on the water. So you must be observing towards my right side something very beautiful is happening. What is that? It is a fish. Okay. This is a fish which is an aquatic animal and which survives under water. So we are going to discuss now how this fish is able to breathe the oxygen. Okay. I hope you all are aware which is the structure. Which structure helps the fish to breathe? The fish breathes with the help of gills. Yes. So now that you have seen a very beautiful fish, yes. So I have told you already, the fish, they used to breathe with the help of gills. Now you see here, gills in fish helps them to use oxygen dissolved in water. Means the fish is taking dissolved oxygen with the help of gills. And the gills, no, you must have seen the gill seems to be very red in color. Do you know why? Because it is supplied with blood vessel for exchange of gases. So the gills are red in color due to the presence of the blood vessels. Okay. And the last is here I have drawn the drawing also, children. And at the end we need to understand how the plants, in the plants also breathing occurs. In exchange of gases occurs with the help of a specific pore, you all are aware, that is stomata. Okay, but you know the roots are also they also respire, they also breathe. So now from where do they get the air? If you can see here in this drawing, the root hair, the root hair is taking air which is present between the soil particles. Okay, here in the drawing I have shown, these are the air spaces, this is the root hair. The root hair, it inserts in between these gap, and then it takes the air which is present here. So roots takes up air from the air spaces present between the soil particles. So this was all about today's session, students. I hope it is very much clear. Okay. So before I wind up, let us recapitulate once again what all we have discussed in today's session. So in today's session, we have started with the question, what do we breathe out? Okay. Then we have discussed about mechanism of breathing, a comparative studies we have done. Then after that we have discussed the the breathing ways in different organisms. We have started with the cockroach, then we have discussed about the earthworm, we have discussed about the fish, yes, we have discussed about the cockroach. So with this, I hope you all have understood this class. So I would like to wind up this class. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy. See you all in the next class.